it was Alex Hormozy was commenting on Andrew Schultz's Netflix special strategy, which was broadly pitch it as a David versus Goliath thing. Like, hey, my special for Netflix was too outrageous. They tried to take it down. I refused to take back the jokes. So I purchased it, and I'm going to be releasing it for a limited time on my own thing. And then he sold it, and then the date ended, and then he waited 15 or 30 days and said, hey, guess what? Or actually he said, just a few more days on the end, and then he paused it, and then he re-released it, and he made more money. And then he waited another few months, and he said, okay, too much demand. I can't restrain it.
You're getting your timelines wrong. And this is why it matters, is he made the pitch to the David versus Goliath and said, we're taking down Netflix. I'm releasing this shit on my own website. Go buy it. Me versus Netflix. Let's go. Everyone rallied behind him to support their favorite comedian who was leaving the big platforms. I thought it was a great idea. This guy's awesome. He sells it for, let's say, 15 days. He says, guys, amazing reception. We're going to extend it for a few days. So 24, 48 hours more. This is his second level where he's just like, it's going to go away. Like, I was kidding at that. I was real. You guys have, with your will to keep this going, I'll extend it 48 hours. Shuts it down, leaves it down for 24 hours, and goes, thank you so much. We made it. Like, thank you guys so much. Waits under 15 days, releases it for free on YouTube, and then goes, we did it, guys. Now the video's up on YouTube. We screwed those big platforms. And then, so Alex Hormozy had made this video shortly, maybe a long time ago. I don't know. It released on
Congratulating
Instagram.
him. Yeah.
Congratulating his genius business strategy.
Yeah, and I thought that both the strategy and that cynical interpretation of it, which seemed to be, it does not matter if you lied or literally built into your marketing plan, which I know it was that entire plan of sequence was pre-planned. That there was no reacting to the demand for it or any of that. That was totally planned to make as much money as possible. And just, I like both of those guys. I like them net. You know what I mean? Too. It's a bummer that lying purposefully is so much a non-issue, and that that Andrew did it, that Alex thought that it was a genius. That this is a hardcore thing, but it'd be like looking at a war machine and being like just marveling at the efficiency of that without any sort of commenting on what the moral implication of that would be.
Oh, it's beautiful though.
Yeah, like just so beautiful at how efficient this thing
shoots bullets like you wouldn't see.
Yeah, they're not on the same scale of that, but yeah, this was how to make as much money as possible if you don't care at all about lying to your audience. This is what you would do. And I think it's especially unfortunate because I really do understand lying to eat, lying to save your life, lying to protect yourself from bodily harm, lying at the lowest, from protection. I get it. To make the extra $1 million or the extra thing when you're already so wildly successful, to squeeze out every last bit of money is a real shame, man. It's a real shame to do that. And I'm surprised that there's not more. Well, I don't know, surprised.
No, there was some vitriol in the comments of people who were like, "Oh, dude, great, you took my $15 and then just gave it for free 15 days later."
Yeah, and you know what would have happened if you told the truth? You wouldn't have gotten his money.
Yeah,
that's what would have happened. He would have kept his money. He would have
15 days.
Seen the show a month later. Like, it's a bummer that you want more money than people want to give you if you tell them the truth. I want your money, and I'm willing to mess with your conception of the world in order to get you to give it to me, and now possession is the law. You can't get it back because that wasn't in our terms of exchange, and the contract law of the United States doesn't protect you from that, and you're not going to do it for $15, so I got more money, and I got it from someone who didn't want to give it to me if they'd known what the actual terms of this exchange was. That's a bummer. Yeah, I don't like that. I think that is not good and wrong. So,
last thing is, like, he could have just extended the timeline, and I think it would have been above board for me personally. It's like if you in 3 months or 4 months or 6 months, just like a movie does, release this on YouTube under a paywall. I think everyone feels good that they got to experience the limited exclusive nature of this, and then 6 months later,
You can also say this is your only time to watch this in 2022. This isn't coming out to general audience. This is what movie theaters do. We all know it's coming to streaming. We all understand that, and we make an informed decision to spend more money and leave our homes to do this. You can have that model.
Yep.
Now, if you said it's only in theaters and you could trick people into that, you would make more money on theaters and then make more money on the back end. But
yeah, it's a great analogy.
You can just say you're not going to get it for another year. And you could do the same thing and make less money because there are fewer people that want that exchange. Or you could actually only release it to your audience of paying. There's a million ways to tell the truth and get rich. And there are more ways to lie and get rich. And it's a bummer.
They work great, though.
They work even better. Yeah, it's a bummer.